What is happening? Welcome to another pitcher video breakdown. My name is Nick Pollack, founder of Pitcher List and former college pitcher and all that fun stuff. And we're going to talk about Lance McCullers today. We haven't really done him. So I want to really showcase how he's doing his, how he's getting his outs, how he's having such a fantastic season this year. If you don't know Lance McCullers, for years, he was essentially a big knuckle curve guy throwing about 40 to 50% of the time, with a changeup and a fastball as well. And he's adapted a bit over the years, added some more tools to the arsenal, including a slider this year, a cutter as well, sometimes a split change. And we're going to watch it from yesterday, and I believe it's just kind of classic Lance McCullers with a lot of knuckle curves, but I want to showcase it. So here we are in the fourth inning against the Angels. And starts it off and he throws a 93-mile-per-hour fastball down the middle. I mean, that's fine. This is actually the first inning. I messed up profusely. We're not going to watch that inning. No, we're going to watch the fourth. Sorry about that. So let's do that right now. So here we are in the fourth inning. He's facing Jared Walsh. I believe he tries to throw a fastball there, maybe a sinker at 90 miles per hour there. I think that's what that was. Obviously not a good pitch. I would say a backdoor breaker now to try and get something. No, 83. Nice change up there. He gets Walsh out in front, thinking it's going to be a fastball he can drive effectively. And it's not a great angle because you can kind of see the release point here that he's, we're not directly behind the ball. But you can kind of see that it starts aggressively going back towards the plate like this and then stays away. And it's kind of hard to see. It just looks like it's a slower fastball away, but actually there is breakaway on this one. And it's kind of hard to see the depth too with this Houston angle. Wait, that was great. I love this. I love that. He's like, all right, it worked. Not my best. Not my best. A little bit up. Got a foul ball. We'll take it. It's a strike. Okay, so now actually you can do a couple things. You can do a backdoor breaker. You can actually get one down here. You can maybe try and challenge Walsh up and in. We'll see what they go with. He does. I like that a lot. You can see also a big break on this. I mean, this is gorgeous looking. Look how tight the break is. Comes out over here. This looks like it's going to go that way, and it just comes all the way back and with some depth, too. Here it is in full motion. Really nice. Really, really hard. You have to stay disciplined if you're Walsh to stay in with the bat to actually get the barrel on it. Otherwise, it's just, that weak foul ball. Now it's 1-2. And you see that kind of swing on it, I think, oh, cool, you can get another breaker down here and you get him dead to rights. And they try to do that, but this is too hittable. And you're thinking, Nick, this is like the corner of the plate. No. In a 1-2 count, this is not where you want to put your curveball opposite-handedness, right? Your breaking ball. You want this underneath. Because this entire way is going to be a strike. You know they're going to swing, especially with 2 strikes. But if you make it land right out of the zone where it looks like a strike for so long, you'll actually get them swinging over it instead of a foul ball. So now you maybe want to go upstairs. Not a bad idea. He's trying to get this up here, though. And this is, I think, a little too easy for Walsh to say no to. If he gets it over here a little bit closer, you might get a whiff on it. Could get a pop out. Now 2-2, do you go back to the breaker or you try and execute that fastball? You went back to the breaker. Oh, you got to make that play. You got to make that play. But here's the thing. This is another breaker at 2-2. And you think, Nick, this is underneath the zone. Yes. If you get this a little farther inside, I think that you can either pull this foul or not get damaged by it. But essentially, you see that Walsh is out in front. His foot's, he's like trying to not place that foot down. And he's a little out in front of this. And he's able to just drop the bat and drive this to right field. It could have been an out. And he got low enough that it wasn't, lofted off to right field against the wall or something like that. But not ideal. And it's 2-2. When you have this commitment, you either want to get this farther in so it's harder to do or a little bit more down. This is a little too hittable. And a little bit more hittable than I think McCullers wanted here. Really nice backdoor breaker there. That's free real estate. Every time. Free real estate. Beautiful. Do it again. So, I mean, this is closer to what he wanted to do against Walsh. Probably in between is really, really the answer there. Did he even get a swing on it? He didn't. Of course not. So, McCullers does have a cutter that he sometimes throws, sometimes his back door. I think it would be so effective if McCullers was able to go up and in here and do that and then maybe stay away a bit. because his fastball isn't really that overpowering to lefties. He really has to work the top of the zone for that one to work. But yeah, I mean, he just relies heavily on that curveball. Once again, that's over the plate. That's kind of hittable. This is 1-1, and he's thrown 3 straight breakers, and still Rengifo can't handle it. So now 1-2, you can surprise him with heat now. You've thrown mid-80s, and that 93-mile-per-hour fastball, that's going to come out a lot harder now. 94. Easy take all the way through. That's just not a strike. You did go outside, though, when you're trying to go inside, so you could surprise him inside here. Or you can go with that breaker. Oh, that's beautiful. So that is nice. That's exactly what he wanted to do against Walsh. This started across the plate. And keep in mind, too, that the release point of this is over here, right? This is where this ball comes out. So you think, oh, my God, how's he swinging at this? It's all the way over here. It looks like a strike for so long. Now, from a lefty, if this comes out as a lefty, he's not going to swing at this because it never gets to the plate, right? This one's a strike, 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 and then just isn't. So much late break on it. It's so hard to tell how far in that will go. Gorgeous pitch there from McCullers. If he did that against Walsh, he would have had a strikeout, but he just couldn't quite get in that place. Same thing here. This is exactly what Walsh should have gotten, and he didn't. Really, really nice. Again, it's so hard to say no to this. And that's a first pitch strike that tells me, if I'm McCullers, he wants to swing so badly. Oh, man, I can throw another one of this. Make sure that he can't beat this. Yeah. Good job, Marsh, adjusting. I mean, this is a much more tempting pitch than the first one. And he just said, no, I'm not going to swing. I think he's going to come back with that breaker. Now you can even call his bluff, though. You can throw a third breaker, and Marsh would probably swing. Think about it from Marsh's perspective. He thinks, okay, I want to get a first pitch fastball. I'm going to drive it because I think he's going to try and do that. No. He threw that breaker. Okay, because I swung at that one. He's going to throw another breaker. He lays off of it. And now, Marsh, the normal thought process is if you're McCullers, you throw a fastball now because he just threw 2 breakers, and he passed on the curveball. So he's earned a fastball. But if I'm McCullers now, I say, you know what? No, I'm not even going to give you that. I'm going to give you another curveball. Beautiful. That's free real estate. That's a free strike. Because Marsh thinks he's deserved a fastball now. He didn't. So now 1-2. 1-2. I mean, Marsh doesn't know what's coming now, right? McCullers just established, I'm going to throw my breakers whenever. Doesn't matter. You could sneak in a fastball up here, and then Marsh is going to give it a weak swing, and he won't be able to hit it. Because he's probably thinking it's got to be a breaking ball now. It doesn't matter. He still swings at it. All right. That not a great at bat from Marsh there, right? He swung all the things he shouldn't have, and he didn't swing at the things he should have. Baseball's tough. It's really, really hard. It's a really, really hard sport. All right, so we get a righty. Hey, it's a right-hander. Oh, man. So we got a fastball at the bottom of the zone, 95. That works. That works. I mean, you guys know me. I don't generally love low fastballs versus high ones. First pitch, though, absolutely. Even though it's a little bit more middle, obviously you want this further over here. It's better than over here. This is fine. If you want to do something with that. Also now sets up the breaking balls down because now he's going to be thinking about that low fastball the rest of the way. I'm cool with it. You got underneath that one, but 96, look at that. That's pretty cool to see. Just a bad pitch. You got a little underneath that one. A little too aggressive. And this is interesting. That's 3 straight fastballs. And McCullers might be, having a different game plan. Against lefties, he's really, really into that knuckle curve. While against righties, fastball, fastball, fastball. Could also be Jack Mayfield. He wants to go and attack him. Doesn't really think that he can hit his 95-mile-per-hour heater. And the cool thing is there, you saw that actually the glove was set up here, but it was actually up and in. And remember, as a pitcher, sometimes you're going to make mistakes that help you. Because not only did you just get a strike with that mistake, but you also set up a way now because he thinks that you were trying to go up and in, and you weren't. So now you can definitely play with this. You can do a fastball away, you can do a curveball away, whatever you want. Tries to go with another heater. I mean, when's the curveball coming, right? There it is. But that one leaked out. This is a pitch that you think. Well, it's interesting. There's 2 thoughts. One, is if he was expecting heater, he actually just takes us all the way through because he gets frozen and starts over here and breaks back over, right? So maybe Mayfield actually was expecting a breaker, so if he throws one over here, then he lays off of it. Either way, it doesn't matter because you got the thing you wanted, which is an out. And that's all that matters, right? I understand the argument of, I said a video before about the best pitch you can make is an out. And they say, well, no, that's if it's in play, then you're giving a chance for your defense to fail. Yes, but you got an out. I mean, that pitch just works. It's the majors. Rarely is that going to be an error. So anyway, that's Lance McCullers. You see what he does. He throws a really, really excellent curveball. What we didn't really see is a slider that actually is really good too when it works. We didn't really see we saw the changeup once against Jared Walsh, which was like, all right, it worked. It was fine. And there's sometimes a cutter that mixes in too. But at the end of the day, if McCullers does not have that curveball and he doesn't have that slider, it's going to be rough. And that's kind of why we've seen McCullers, showcase his ability of being an ace while actually never really having that 2.5 ERA season with like a 105 whip or so, because it's so hyper reliant on that curveball, and that just isn't the pitch that's always there. Still, when he is on, Lance McCullers, I mean, he's as good as anyone when that curveball is working. And if he has that slider working too, my Lord, it can be beautiful. But all right, that's going to do it for today's pitcher video breakdown. As always, watch these live on Twitch, twitch.tv/pitcherlist. Why aren't you there now? I don't know. You should be there every single weekday morning, 9 to 11. Obviously, check out all my work at pitcherlist.com. I do streaming articles. I do my SP roundups every single day. We have GIFs of everybody. Our player pages are better than anyone's. You should go and check that stuff out at pitcherlist.com. But that's going to do it. So my name is Nick Pollack, and may your BABIPs be low and your strikeouts high.